I just want to talk about like how key clubs can get involved with Erica's Lighthouse, right? Your key club or other ones in your district slash divisions and et cetera, et cetera. Um, Hi,
Yes.
Karen.
Hello.
So I'll start by introducing myself. I am Derek Elkin. I'm the Empowerment Club Coordinator for Erica's Lighthouse. So I'm the main line of support for clubs, both Erica's Lighthouse clubs as well as like our partner organizations who use our resources in their clubs, like Key Club, for example, when they use our club resources, right? They're an affiliate club. I'm from Chicago. I went to the University of Missouri, better known as Mizzou, for college. I believe we're going to win the national championship in football this year. And fun fact about myself, I spent a year teaching English in Beijing before I moved back to America, worked as a teacher, and then eventually settled into work at Erica's Lighthouse. And then presenting with me today is, go
Hello.
ahead and introduce yourself. Yeah.
My name is Ariana Lee. I'm a member of the Capital District, specifically living in the state of Virginia, and I am an international trustee. A fun fact about me is that my astrological sign is a Leo. And additionally, as a trustee, I serve the districts of CNH, Montana, and Georgia.
Nice. And then Ariana is also the trustee that does the most to work with Erica's Lighthouse this year. So she's here with me on this presentation. So just a little bit about Erica's Lighthouse in case you haven't heard of us before, or maybe you've heard of us, but you're not super familiar already. We're a nonprofit that started in the Chicago area, but now we have programming all across the country and actually in a couple other countries as well. We have a very mission focused belief where we want to provide free mental health programs and resources for any school anywhere at no cost. We want to educate people to raise depression awareness, reduce stigma, empower young people, and really normalize discussions around mental health, right? This is kind of programming is good for all students, right? So that everyone can have good mental health. We do this in with our 4 pillars. So schools are welcome to use just one pillar or all 4. But just so you know what they are, we have classroom education, which is lesson plans and materials and resources to be able to teach lessons about mental health. This is great for like a health teacher who maybe doesn't have a mental health unit in their curriculum to kind of add to their curriculum. We have policy and staff training, which is super useful for schools to be on the same page when talking about mental health. Think of it as like professional development for teachers to become good, trusted adults and recognize signs and symptoms. We have family engagement materials, which are all meant to make it easier for families to talk to their children and their kids about mental health, especially those families who grew up not talking about it themselves. But then finally, the main event of today's uh, presentation is clubs. So we have our empowerment clubs, and we do it in 2 different ways. We have official clubs, which are Erica's Lighthouse branded clubs with like a focus on mental health and promoting good mental health in schools and help seeking and all of these things. And then we also have affiliate clubs, and key clubs are a good example of affiliate clubs where maybe mental health isn't their primary focus, but they do want to use our resources to sometimes promote mental health in schools. So go ahead, Ari.
Okay, so in case you didn't already know, Erica's Lighthouse is an official partner with Key Club. Thus, clubs are encouraged to use Erica's Lighthouse's materials and collaborate throughout the whole year. So we're going to take a look at a few of the opportunities, club materials, service projects that clubs can take advantage of, or even divisions throughout the year.
Awesome. Yep. So the big way that clubs, for the most part, do the work that I'm talking about to reduce stigma and promote help seeking and raise awareness is through what we call awareness and action activities. And you can think of these as mental health service projects that support mental health in the school. So let's look at the first example here.
So this is a wonderful example of a service project that clubs can lead. It's called the Beacon of Hope mural. And with this project, clubs make the Erica's Lighthouse's logo in pixel art with mental health facts attached to each little piece of paper. And of course, this project spreads mental health awareness while simultaneously sharing positive messages throughout the school, in addition to making this beautiful mural that attracts many students asking questions about it. It just leads to lots of learning experiences and the diffusion of mental health like resources.
Absolutely. And just adding to what Ari is saying, if you look at the left side there, it's like the first page of a document that gives you the step-by-step instructions on how to create this in your own school. So first has the purpose, the materials you need, and then the next couple pages kind of tell you how to do it. So all of these service projects that are for promoting good mental health are planned and laid out for you. So it's really easy for your club or other key clubs in your district to be able to execute. And shout out to the Dayton Regional STEM High School because they're a key club that's been partnered with Erica's Lighthouse for several years. They actually were the first ones to do this activity, and the reason that I like to show it when I present to key clubs first.
Okay, so this is another example of a service project that clubs can take advantage of. Similar to what Derek was just talking about, all the instructions for this project are detailed right there. This is an easy as well as impactful project to take advantage of. Simply you hang up a compliment poster throughout your school and allow students to rip off individual compliments. I feel like in this day and age, even a small compliment can drastically alter someone's day. So it's really important that clubs take advantage of this service project.
Yeah, and according to the YRBS from the CDC, which is the Youth Risk Behavior, it's either study or survey, I always forget which one, but they found that school connectedness is one of the biggest protective factors for student mental health. And I think just activities like this that just promote positivity can do a lot to raise connectedness between students at school. I love activities like this. And this one is super easy to execute. These are all the pages. You can just print out the middle one and do it, or take the last one and design your own. Speaking of designing your own, Ari, tell me what's going on in these pictures.
Okay, so these are the Take a Compliment initiatives once again, and it shows that it's extremely adaptable to individual schools, and that this project does not look the same for every one school. So here are a few examples of the projects led by a few key clubs. One of them drew their really very own compliment sheets. They didn't utilize the ones that Erica's Lighthouse has on their website. Another one added a cool picture, colored the compliment sheets. Another one had a huge compliment sheet. So of course, with this project, you can take your own creative freedom with it, make it adaptable for your school. Just think about what your school needs and how this compliment project could translate.
Yeah. So just adding to that, like do what's going to work for you. I love the third picture on the right because they didn't even do like the cut the bottom and rip the phone number style compliments off. They did like sticky note boards. So even though we have the ideas ready for you, you can really adapt them, like Ari was saying. This one is the Beacon of Hope door signs, and this one's actually probably my favorite, which is why I'm going to talk about it instead of asking Ari to. So this one, the idea of it is that the students in the club would go talk to different teachers in their school, and they would ask them like, hey, are you a good trusted adult? And if a student needed someone to talk to, they needed to come to someone, is it okay for them to come to you? And if the answer to those questions is yes, can we put this on your door just to kind of signal to students that they're not a burden to come talk to you, and you actually welcome students to come to you when they need to seek help? Whenever I talk about this activity, I like to just emphasize like, this isn't asking the math teacher to also be the counselor, right? It's just asking them to be a good, trusted adult. And that starts with listening to what the student has to say. And depending on what they tell them exactly, it might finish with introducing them to the counselor, right? Getting them to the next steps as appropriate. I think about when I was a teacher, my last year teaching, I was teaching fifth grade, and a little girl came to me and told me something concerning, right? What I told her was like, thank you so much for telling me. I think the counselor would know how to handle this a lot better than me. Can I please introduce you to her? Right? That girl was more comfortable coming to me because I was her English teacher, her social studies teacher, and her homeroom teacher. She saw me like 4 hours a day, but she didn't see the counselor. So this just helps those teachers kind of connect students to those next steps. And the teachers are oftentimes going to be who the students are familiar with or more comfortable with. And if there's any Key Club advisors in here, hi Laura, then you might be that person for that student, that trusted adult who helps them get to the next steps as well. This is another one just really promoting help seeking. The idea is you attach the now and later candy. For anyone who knows what that is, it's like a terrible starburst. And you put it onto this little card that says like, if you need to talk to someone now or later, help is available, and it has like ways to make an appointment with the school counselor. I would coordinate with the school counselor if you did an activity like this, because there might be more students looking to make appointments. But the idea is like, by attaching the candy to this activity, everyone's going to take it. It's not just students who are immediately needing to seek help. So there's not going to be any stigma attached to grabbing one of these pieces of paper. Everyone's grabbing it already, and then they can discreetly make the appointment when they need to, or something like that, right? And again, you can see the first page there. It's the instructions how to do it with the materials assembly, application, etc.
Okay, so this is one of my favorite ones. I think we can all appreciate a good pun, and this project is called Sending Encouragements. This project is incredibly simple. It's simply just in creating encouraging notes and or compliments with a mint attached and just pass it throughout your school. Of course, you do not have to do this project with mint specifically, but if you don't, then you lose that great pun attached. As we previously stated, the instructions for this are laid out right here. But similar to the compliments that we talked about earlier, you can adapt it to your specific school environment.
Yeah, and I really like this one during like test time. Encourage people right before finals. Or I know a counselor who leads her club to do it at the beginning of the school year, and only giving it to the freshmen as they come up to kind of encourage them getting into school, sweet things like that. This one is called Follow the Footprints. And the idea of this one is pretty simple. The idea is that you paste let's not paste, maybe let's tape. Let's tape the footprints to the wall so that they literally walk you to the counselor's office or the social worker's office in the school, and just kind of raise awareness to the students of where that is. I know that when I was in high school, I honestly had no idea where the counselor's office was until about my junior or senior year. And should I have needed some resources from them or something, right? If I was in a bad situation, it was going to be difficult for me to seek out that information. So just having that awareness for students can really help them. And then this one, I love this one so much. This might be my second favorite. This is How Full Is Your Cup? So the club, you can see in the picture there, has like cups that they are filling with drinks. It could be coffee, it could be tea, it could be hot chocolate, right? I know one club that did this down south in the summer, or like in May, and it was like 100 degrees, so they did lemonade, right? And the idea is that they gave this away for free to the students. So that's kind of like makes them look like rock stars to the other students in the school. But then when the students accepted the drink, they asked them to mark on the cup, like, how full is your cup? Are you empty cup, relaxed? You don't have a lot going on. Are you full cup, overwhelmed? You have so much going on, or somewhere in the middle. So it kind of creates a mindful moment, very mindful, so demure, right? And then if we look at the poster that's on the left side there, they actually also had them like write down what is filling your cup and mark it on the poster. So write down like a stressor, something that's making their cup more full. And then that becomes like a visual representation of like, wow, I'm not the only one who's overwhelmed. Because if you notice, a lot of people are putting it more on the top half of the poster than the bottom half. More people have a lot going on than not. And if they go and read it, they go, wow, I'm not the only one dealing with that, right? So it's a you are not alone reminder. It's a mindful moment. And it just makes the club look like rock stars for giving away like something nice and a little treat to the students.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the campaigns that Erika's Lighthouse has, and the ways in which key clubs get involved. This one specifically is called Give Voice Week. As I said before, many clubs have been involved in this campaign, and each day of Suicide Prevention Week correlates to a specific activity that clubs can take advantage of. It starts off with a give voice to education, then help seeking, then awareness, then positivity, and finally giving voice to yourself. Although this week has already passed, KCI created numerous interactive activities for clubs to participate in for each day. If your club missed this week and was not able to participate this year, don't worry. Give Voice Week is an annual campaign that clubs can participate in, and you can still participate in the activities that KCI laid out on their official platforms and everything. Feel free to just keep on adhering to this campaign in the future years, though.
And well, like the campaign is a great time to be doing things, a really great time, right? You can do things year round, but I want to highlight the specific times, which is why we're showing you. Here is an example of like something that one club put together during their Give Voice campaign. It's actually not one club doing this, but it was, I'm gonna get this right. California, Hawaii, Nevada, District 15 South. There we go. District, not division. Okay. So they put this together, distributed in their schools as a way to promote positivity during Give Voice Week. And we can see some other things they did there, right? They made little care package bags and positive message posters, and they did a lot of wonderful things. And there are a lot of key clubs that joined this campaign. I really love it. But also our other clubs as well. So it's kind of a big national, it's one of our bigger national campaigns. Another campaign that we do is the Positivity Pledge. Ari, did you want to talk about Positivity Pledge? Or should I? I got this. Yeah, no problem. So this one is during May for Mental Health Awareness Month. During Positivity Pledge, schools and students can take part and just kind of pledge themselves to 31 days of taking care of their own mental health. So there's different a different little task to do each day. These ones are much smaller. For example, one day is just exercise, move and do good, play a game, right? These are all different days, right? Things that to take care of your mental health by taking care of your physical health first. Another week, the theme is gratitude. So share how you're doing, and then identify the trusted peers and family and adults in your life, so on and so forth, right? This one is really about being positive, but also taking care of your own personal mental health. So, how your key club can get more involved. Really just go to our website, ericaslighthouse.org, start using the resources. I encourage all key clubs to become an affiliate club and use those resources like the ones that I showed earlier, where they're just doing wonderful like school-wide campaigns to promote good mental health. If you join as an affiliate club and make an account in the website, you'll have access to the materials to lead all of those projects that I showed. They're all at no cost. If you register your club, you get in the Erika's Lighthouse Club newsletter, where I suggest an activity to do every month, give news, right? There's recruitment ideas, fundraising ideas, support from Erika's Lighthouse staff. I mentioned fundraising, it's not required, but a lot of key clubs do fundraise for us, and I always really appreciate it. But again, it's not required. All our programming is meant to be free, and it's free because it's donor funded. That said, letting us know that you use our stuff shows our donors how many people use our stuff. So if you are using it, please let us know, right? Register your club or just send an email to Derek, that's me. Send me an email and say, hey, our club used this one activity one time, right? And that's something that we can then tell our donors. On the right side there, you'll notice I showed you maybe 6 activities earlier, maybe 7. I didn't count, but we have over 50, I think over 60 by now. And they're sorted in easy to find categories on our website. There are ones for promoting positivity and ones for mindful moments, right? And they're sorted in different categories like that. So depending on what you want to accomplish, you can choose an appropriate activity. So how to access these, go to ericaslighthouse.org. Ari, did you want to add to that?
Yeah, I was basically going to say the same exact thing. To access all of these resources, just go to ericaslighthouse.org and create an account. Anybody can create an account. It doesn't have to be your club's president. It doesn't have to be the club secretary. You can make the club, you can make your account yourself. It's going to be a bunch of criteria that you have to put in to create this account. First, you're going to state your state and your city. And then it's going to ask for your school's name. If you're at more than one school, just choose one and let an Erika's Lighthouse representative know. If your school does not show up, just let once again Erica's Lighthouse representative know.
So if you are, a division leader or a district leader, you don't have to put the district or division, put your specific school is what that's getting at there with if you're at more than one, right? And then yeah, occasionally, especially private schools might not show up. So just let us know. We'll be able to add your school and connect you to it. If you've gotten in and you want to register your club, the process is very simple. Just fill out the Empowerment Club registration form. It's on the Start or Manage Your Club page on the resource portal. I'm actually going to go to our website very quickly. Can you guys see me changing tabs on the internet? Yes, okay, that is good news. So I'm going to ericaslighthouse.org, right? And I'm going to move my Zoom faces. You can see I'm already logged in there, right? Once you're logged in, you'll go to my portal, right? If you're a teacher, you'll have the my portal for school professionals, right? If you're an advisor, if you're a student, you'll have the my portal for students. I have all of them because I work for Erika's Lighthouse. Don't worry, you don't have to choose the correct one. You'll only see one. So once I get to the my portal for students, right, that's going to be most of you, I'd scroll down and you'll see clubs is the first thing that comes up because that's the thing that most students are going to be looking for. So if I click the clubs one, it will take me to the club page. All the activities that I mentioned are on the awareness and action activity page on the right. I can click that to access them and see how they're sorted. Like I mentioned before, here's some posters, mindful moments, etc. It says middle school, high school for like the older kids to use, but the ABC walk is better for elementary schoolers. I don't think you guys need to do an ABC walk. You're welcome to if you prefer. You'll see things are in, we have the PDF there and a Spanish link for most of them as well. Chantel, who's in this call, translates them in-house. So whenever there's not one, she's just she's getting to that, right? She's a rock star for translating a million things. So if I go back to that club page, though, that's where all the activities are, those service projects. On the left side is logistics, start a manager club. That's where you'll find the form to register an affiliate club, right? Club registration form is right there on the top, easy to find. There's also tools for planning. There's a reminder of requirements for our affiliate clubs. For my affiliate clubs, the only requirement is actually to register your club. Once you do that, you're welcome to use all of the resources. I know that you guys are a key club first, and you're just using our resources to supplement what you're doing and do some of that service through a mental health avenue, or maybe that's not worded right, but I think you get what I mean. We have a key club section that I'm happy to add more things to, but you'll see slides like the ones I did today to remind you everything I told you today, and a kind of how-to guide that reminds you how to register as an affiliate. There's recruitment tools if you want to use those to recruit people to your key club, especially when you're doing mental health stuff and other things as well. You can take a look. Feel free to reach out to me about those specific items beyond that. But I just really wanted to emphasize like register and show you quickly how to use the website. So if you watch this and you are a district or division leader and you're like, wow, I would love to have this presented to my district or my division, just reach out to me. My name's Derek. It's Derek at ericaslighthouse.org. Even though Derek and Erika sound the same, they're not spelled the same. Derek is D-E-R-I-C-K. Erika is E-R-I-K. Yes, right. So just make sure you get that right. I'd be happy to arrange to do like a webinar or a training for your division or district. And if I can't, if I just really cannot make the time because you guys are in California and meet at 9 p.m. and that's past my bedtime, then I will happily train you on how to present like this kind of presentation to let your clubs know. But honestly, 9 p.m. in California isn't even past my bedtime. It's just 11 o'clock here. I can do it sometimes. And that is the end of my PowerPoint. I'm going to invite people to unmute themselves and ask questions.